Hi. So today I'm going to make a video that is very powerful to me, and I will definitely be a bit emotional talking about this. I've never made a YouTube video. I'm not trying to do this the best way possible or to hold it a certain way. I really can't even take doing that to talk about this topic because it's a tough one for me. So I'm just going to get out there and say it and upload this. Um, Never don't do what may not seem like what you should do at that time, but is purposeful. Um, for me, it's about a girl, and I assume for most that it will be about a girl. For me, at this point, I had just had a relationship happen where it failed. It was long distance and stupid, and I just came home to a father that was doing drugs and had roommates that were doing drugs, and his girlfriend was also doing drugs, and that's where I was living. Um, every day I would take his dog to the dog park every single morning. That was, my routine. And I was working either one job or two jobs, just average jobs, but, making things work, trying to do more. And basically, from my surrounding and these drugs that were happening, I felt like I wasn't good enough to be shared with people that are good, which is never true. Never judge yourself based on your current circumstance and feel like people won't take you as you are. That has killed me. That has destroyed me so much because I sit here and I think I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And then the time comes when you are so low that you're like, you know what? I was good enough. And I was sitting here and I was thinking about it in the worst way possible. But in reality, I was capable and it was obvious. Just because you're not doing exactly what you want to do, don't let it hold you back from taking these opportunities that, once they're in front of you. Um, basically, this girl liked me, and I probably asked for her name at some point, but I forgot it due to how my life was. And basically now at this point, I sit here every single day, every single night. I wake up and I go to sleep because I'm not someone that's super social. I'm not someone where in school I was super social. I'm a really good guy. And when people like know me, they, they like me. But it's hard to get to that point because I'm just not very social. And that was a perfect way for someone to see the best side of me simply because I love animals and I'm very talented at just handling those types of situations. Basically, like multiple dog fights happened at this dog park, and I was always the one to break them up. I was always the one to calm stuff down and to take action at times where people were scared. And this girl was absolutely gorgeous, and she was doing classes to be a veterinarian and was soon going to get her a master's for that. Just the absolute most like gorgeous girl that I'll ever talk to in my life. Um, and now at this point, I sit here and I think about, trying to find her in some facet, some way. Obviously, it's all said and done, that, version of life. And even if I found this girl, it doesn't take back. It's been 7 years, since then. And I've had some, good that has happened, but I was in a headspace at this point where I was being negative about my past relationship, and I wasn't in my shoes where I was right then. And now I'm always in those shoes for the rest of my life because it was the most important thing to me, and I did not take action on it. So I understand that I'm not, a YouTuber, and this might not be the best way to say this, and I should have packaged it maybe a different way. Um, but please, for the love of you, not for the love of any God or anyone that's not you, for the love of you going to sleep and waking up and feeling like you are where you should be, please take these opportunities. At this point, I feel like the only thing that I can do is live a worse life than I would have lived, and at least try to help to motivate people to not make the mistakes that I did. And that is heartbreaking. I don't want any of you to have to deal with that. I want you to be happy from the start and to figure things out and to feel really lucky for what you have. Um, yeah, so guys, just don't let anyone, like whether it's your family or you or your friends, don't let people make you feel like you're not, good enough just because you're around them and you're not exactly where you want to be. Uh, remember all the good qualities that you have and fight for the chance of something and take that opportunity because if not, I at this point live in my grandmother's basement. It's been 7 years, and it could have been a completely different 7 years if I had just taken that shot. And it breaks my heart. I don't believe in God. I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. I just believe that there are cold, hard truths, and the world is not easy on it. So please do your best. Thank you.